Consider the following phrase. If you choose to say hello, you choose to make the sale. To understand the philosophy behind the phrase, it helps to explore some of the psychology of retail selling. You see, in retail, some things tend to work for you, while others tend to work against you. For example, on the positive side, strong advertising and marketing efforts, along with a stable store location, can deliver people to you on a fairly consistent basis. On the negative side, when customers don't come in, well, you've got no one to sell to. Every opportunity counts, especially for high-ticket, low-traffic businesses like furniture stores, car dealerships, and high-end jewelry or clothing boutiques. Of course, for the majority of retail stores, like those in malls, the situation is often very different. Prices tend to be lower, and walk-in traffic tends to be higher. So, if the customer you're working with doesn't buy, another customer whom you can sell is likely to walk in a few minutes later. As a result, salespeople, like you, may get a little picky, a little judgmental. You may even write off some customers before you have even tried to sell them something. No way is that woman ever going to buy. Forget about him. He's obviously just looking. Believe me, it's an easy trap to fall into. If you're not careful, preconceptions about how customers look or behave can cause you to rationalize a lame or non-existent attempt at making a sale. Not cool. It's your responsibility as a professional retail salesperson to sell every customer who walks into your store. If you want to maximize your success on the sales floor, try this. Once you greet a customer, decide that you will do everything in your power to make the sale with that customer, whether it's that same day or later after following up. In other words, once you say hello, you have to make the sale. That is the mindset. If you don't make the sale that day, no worries, it happens. But don't just throw up your hands and give up. Add the customer to your store's database and/or your own personal trade book. And, if appropriate, follow up until the customer either buys or flat out tells you, "I'm not going to buy, so leave me alone." Now, since greeting every customer is often a non-negotiable selling standard, you are definitely going to say hello. So here's the big question. What are you going to do to prepare yourself to sell every single customer that you greet? Honing your selling skills and building competence would be a great way to start. And two of the best measures of your success will be your conversion rate and your number of transactions. Conversion rate is the number of customers you sell versus the number of customers you greet. Number of transactions is just that, the total number of sales transactions you make per day, per week, etc. Just remember, conversion rate and number of transactions are only results of the behaviors you choose on the selling floor. To sell more customers, thereby increasing your conversion rate and total transactions, it helps to split the selling process in half to examine your success at both ends. Let's say opening the sale through a product demonstration is the front end, and the demonstration through to closing the sale is the back end. Obviously, each is essential, but the front end is where most salespeople typically run into trouble. For example, if customers are difficult to engage or seem disinterested, salespeople tend to drop them and wait for other customers who are easier to assist. How many people do you say hello to that you eventually bring into the demonstration? What about the demonstration to the close? Saying hello is either a loss or a gain, yet salespeople tend to focus only on their successes. If you want to work toward the philosophy of choose to say hello, choose to make the sale, take a good hard look at the number of sales you have lost. Then, once you have identified where things went wrong most often, the part of the sales process where you need the most improvement, study and practice the selling behaviors and techniques that are proven to be successful. Okay, now what are the 6 or 7 selling behaviors that you are going to work on to increase your conversion rate and number of transactions? How will you live up to the mandate of, if you choose to say hello, you choose to make the sale? Only you can answer that. What I can tell you is that once an individual makes the psychological commitment to close the deal, regardless of who the customers are and what they say, sales tend to rocket skyward. Just remember, the greatest salespeople on the planet never ask, will they buy? They only ask, how much will they buy?